What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Between the Cons. My name is Chris, and with me here, in person, for the first time ever, is MF Dane.
Am I really here, or am I just somebody that kind of looks like Dane that I sent to record with you? That's an MF Doom joke. He sends copies out all the time.
Right, the Doombots.
Yeah, the Doombots.
Yeah.
I've had someone say they've actually seen a Doombot show and a Doom show, and the Doombot show was better.
Which is...
sad.
But giving Doom what he's worth.
Yes.
Is that really saying a lot? Because I don't think it is.
Goony goo goo foo 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 foo.
Yeah. He writes
nonsense raps.
The most nonsense
but
raps.
They also make sense.
The only person that makes more nonsensical raps is Riff Raff.
Oh, my favorite line of his is Sonic the Hedgehog cup versus Knuckles in my mailbox cup.
Yeah.
He's talking about drinking lean in two styrofoam cups. Because the mailbox cup holds them. Moving on.
Still doesn't make any sense.
What, mate?
But anyways, thanks for tuning in. We are here. We're gonna give you some nerdy news. Dane is gonna talk about Jesus Christ
at some point
for a little while. But we'll be right back with some headlines. You sit tight.
We're gonna have a pineapple situation. What should I do? Pineapple. The word that cannot be spoken. Pineapple.
Just want to say pineapple. If
Pineapples are fun. My dad used to throw them at me.
Pineapple.
Seriously? Wow.
Okay, so we've talked before about John Cena in talks to play Duke Nukem. However, he's officially on board to star.
It's a real thing that's going.
It's a real thing that's going to happen.
Whether you like it or not.
They don't have a script yet. Surprise, surprise. But right now he is confirmed to be in. I guess if the script sucks, then he'll be out. So if we hear the news that John Cena's not doing Duke Nukem, we know it's going to already be garbage.
Man, that's going to...
Yeah,
I don't understand how the rating is going to work still.
I don't understand how they're going to have John Cena play Duke Nukem. Like, he has the look of him, I guess, but...
Yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah.
In other words.
He is a creeper. He is a creature of... I feel like the way... I feel like the reason he can't even do that, like, his, like, old finisher, because his arms are just too big.
Yeah.
He's, like, wrapped the arm around the neck. I think his,
now.
like, bicep is just too giant, or he just does that weird crosses his arms thing that does nothing to the person. I'm like, what are they supposed to do? He's just holding his arms over their face. Whatever. He has a very terrible submission move, guys. That's what I'm getting at. And I'll get to see that in WrestleMania.
And he gets to flex.
Yeah.
That's it. That's his finishing move is he flexes you to death.
He puts you on his shoulders and then just drops you to the ground. And then he does moves that he doesn't normally do. Whatever. So yeah, he'll be Duke Nukem. That's cool, I guess.
Enthused.
I'm just saying, John Cena plays a babyface all the time. He's the good guy all the time. But I guess because he does these like crude comedies like Blockers and Trainwreck, I guess he can just do crude humor.
Yeah, this is like super crude though.
Yeah, like his wife, his soon to be wife, she like has to co-sign on everything he does. Like he almost didn't even get to do Trainwreck because she thought the sex scene was gonna be like romantic. Then she read the script and was like, "Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you're
go
good.
ahead." It's like he's gonna be playing like a sexist, crude, just like D-bag. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he can pull it off. Pineapple.
Kind of on the same note, Carmen Sandiego is getting an animated series that we mentioned a while back. It's coming out next year, or supposed to at least, on Netflix. But we also just found out about a live action Carmen Sandiego feature film.
I swear to God, if they don't get the same guys to do the theme song, or at least get a super updated version, and we get Rockapella back, I'm so mad because I went on Spotify earlier and they don't have Carmen Sandiego on there. They got Rockapella, but no Carmen Sandiego. Also, it's like probably from the year 2014. I didn't know they were still doing stuff.
Rockapella is still doing stuff?
I guess.
Well, I mean, in fairness, if they are going to do an acapella style, it's going to be like Pentatonics now.
Yeah.
But Pentatonics brought back acapella because,
Pentatonics and Pitch Perfect.
Well, I feel like Pitch Perfect kind of rode some of the Pentatonics.
Well, Pentatonics blew up and they were like, let's just see where we can go with this.
Let's see if we can make a movie about this.
Yeah, and if it does well, I guarantee we can get them in a sequel. And sure enough.
And then another sequel. Anyways,
no one asked for it.
No one asked for the second one either. So Gina Rodriguez has been cast as the voice of and will be playing Carmen Sandiego in the live-action movie. For those of you that don't know who that is Jane the Virgin from Jane the Virgin. So I'm excited about this. I know it's going to be like centered more for like kids.
Yeah, but who cares?
But the feature film, they said something about like how it's going to like something about its 90s roots. I don't remember exactly what it said, but when I read it, I was like, please make this aimed at 30-year-olds. Please make this aimed at 30-year-olds.
Well, if they do that and they aim at 30-year-olds, then of course Rockapella's going to come back for it. Oh my God, I'm on board. Oh my God.
But either way, let's be real. I'm probably going to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Pineapple.
So today, Robert Downey Jr. decided to share the voice cast of The Voyage of Doctor Doolittle. I'm very excited because...
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah, he's playing Doctor Doolittle.
Huh.
And then everyone else that he just shows off are all going to be voicing characters. Starting with, similarly connecting, John Cena as a polar bear.
And he's in Bumblebee, too.
Yeah, he's also getting like another movie somewhere.
He's everywhere right now.
He's going to become The Rock.
But different.
Yeah. Oh my God, could they totally do like a superstar versus superstar match at a WrestleMania? John Cena versus The Rock 3, the Hollywood hero. I just wrote that. If Vince McMahon listens to this podcast, which I doubt he does, you got it. You like your muscly men, do it. Anyway, Selena Gomez, Kamal Nanjiani, Francis De La Torre, Ray Fiennes. A lot of people in this movie. Marion Cotillard. They're all playing different animals. I just love that Octavia Spencer is in it as Dab Dab, a duck. They all have different. Yeah,
Craig Robinson's in it.
Yes, Carmen Ejogo, Tom Holland.
Hey, there we go.
Emma Thompson. I like the name. Okay, Tom Holland's a dog. That's perfect.
Rami Malek is in it.
Yes, he is a gorilla named Chi Chi. Ralph Fiennes is Barry, a tiger. Oh, I like that Kumail's name is Plimpton an ostrich. Plimpton. Okay, Francis De La Torre is Ginkgo who soars. I don't know what that means. But it means
I'm
something.
guessing it's a bird. You don't even have your phone on silent.
I thought it was.
And you are holding your phone up to the microphone right now.
So?
I'm gonna guess it's a bird.
I guess.
Ginkgo
Or
who
Ginkgo.
soars.
I don't know. It's,
Ginkgo biloba. Who soars?
Who soars? It's a special herb that soars. Does that sound weird coming from me? I don't know. But yeah, so stellar cast, I guess. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doolittle. I wonder if he's going to be the same person he is in everything now. Because he kind of just Tony Stark writes everything at this point. Even Sherlock was like British Tony Stark.
Yeah, kind of.
But if it's...
I mean, that was like his rebirth, though.
Yeah.
Was
Tony Stark.
So he's kind
saying
of...
it back, thinking about Tony Stark talking to animals might be the funniest thing I can think of. It's just Robert Downey Jr. being mean to like a duck.
To a duck.
To a duck. Wah, wah. Pineapple.
Steven Spielberg is super butthurt.
I was wondering if you were gonna say it.
I was.
I saw that as your title, but I was like, is he gonna just say that?
I was. And the reason I want to say it is because I got so furious reading this article.
Oh
so basically the whole point of the article is Steven Spielberg doesn't think Netflix movies are Oscar worthy. Like, he doesn't think that they should be nominated for Oscars because they don't go through the struggles of box office or whatever, which is ridiculous. But I've got a couple quotes here, and with each of the quotes, or with one of the quotes, I've got like a little baby rant. So he said, once you commit to a television format, you're a TV movie. You certainly, if it's a good show, deserve an Emmy, but not an Oscar. Well, first of all, you moron. Netflix never said that they do TV. They are a
movie subscription service, bro.
They are a movie subscription service first. They have always been a movie subscription service first. They are a video on demand service. Like, nowhere does it say TV movie. So shut your stupid mouth.
Just because people binge TV on Netflix, you automatically just relegate it to being TV.
Yeah. The next quote, a lot of studios would rather just make branded tentpole guaranteed box office hits from their inventory of branded successful movies than take chances on smaller films. And those smaller films that studios used to make routinely are now going to Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix. Oh, you mean the small films like Jurassic Park, Transformers, Gremlins, or Indiana Jones that you're working on? Or are those more like the branded tentpole guaranteed box office hits from their inventory of branded successful movies that you're working on one of each of those right now? Steven Spielberg is currently working on a Jurassic Park sequel, a Transformers sequel, or spinoff, Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Gremlins 3, which is just recently announced.
Okay.
And Indiana Jones 5, which no one wants.
Can it be Shia as a leader?
No, Shia is not in it.
I want like wild and crazy Shia to just come back wearing that ponytail.
What is it, Charlie Countryman?
No, I want him to come back as the dude from that movie American Honey, where he has a really gross rat tail.
No.
I just want that dude to come back, and that's what Mutt looks like now.
No. But my opinion is, if you make a movie, I feel like it should qualify for being an Oscar. Whether it's made by some indie company on like a $2,000 budget, or it's made by $1 million studio. Yeah. Like, if it's a movie that's...
It's a movie!
If it's a movie that is good enough to be, like, reviewed by the Academy...
Then, yeah, like, it's a movie.
If the movie is quality, I don't care who makes it.
Yeah, I don't even care, because you're going to crap all over Ready Player One anyway, so whatever.
Especially when it's better than half the stuff on your resume, Mr. Real Steel deserves a sequel.
What?
Which he's also working on Real Steel 2.
That was the one with, like, robot boxing?
Yeah, it was Rock'em Sock'em Robots with Hugh Jackman.
Which, honestly, it sucks because that should have been way better than it was. I mean, the idea is dumb, but come on.
If they would have marketed it as Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I might have been more inclined to watch it.
If they marketed that movie as, like, some souped-up, Michael Bay-esque Rock'em Sock'em robot movie like they should have, everyone would have loved it. Everyone, like, it didn't take it so seriously. It tried to, but no one does. Whatever. We're cool. Like, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's super dumb, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with him once he starts working on movies that aren't at giant studios.
Right.
When Real Steel 2 comes out and it poops all over his career.
A lot of studios would like to make these big tentpole movies. That's all your movies are. Like, when have you not made a tentpole movie?
That's all you're working on right now, sir.
Like, that's what you are. Like, that's what you're considered. Like, your movies are so big now that anything you make is a tentpole movie. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Pineapple.
Okay, so again, they're trying this, but I have a little bit better hopes. Entertainment One has announced that Mark Gordon of Criminal Minds, Designated Survivor, and Grey's Anatomy will develop and produce and finance a TV series adaptation of Street Fighter.
Okay.
First off, that's what got me. Here's where I'm a little bit more hopeful. Joey Ansa, Jacqueline Quayla, and Mark Wooding, who produced Assassin's Fist, will executive produce the new series. I don't know if you've seen Assassin's Fist.
I have not.
It is dope. You can get it now on Blu-ray, which is weird because I watched it for free on Machinima's YouTube channel, but I think now they got rid of it, so you have to buy it. It is the story of how Ryu and Ken first learned martial arts from their teacher Goki, and it also flashes back to the birth of Akuma.
Okay.
So like, I think one of my favorite moments is you see their teacher, like Goken's is their brother, is the teacher. Goki Akuma is his brother, and then Gotetsu was their teacher. And like the dopest moment is when Gotetsu charges up a Hadouken, and Akuma does the Raging Demon. And when they show like his body on the ground, half of his face is just gone. Like half.
Oh my gosh.
It's ridiculous. And like
brutal.
Ryu and Ken end up like giving into their like powers, and Ryu becomes like evil Ryu for a second. Ken does the Shiryuken and like lights Ryu on fire. Like he's never had his hand light on. It's really good. But yeah, those two, like that's why I'm actually more confident in it, because they were so like passionate when they made that series that they ended up making a second one where it was closely more related to the Street Fighter V storyline, which was weird and okay. But if they're gonna do this one, which apparently this TV series is gonna be based on the World Warrior story arc, which is basically Street Fighter 2. It's gonna star Ryu, Ken, Guile, and Chun-Li together as they fight to take down M. Bison, the evil mastermind who runs Shadowloo. Which, I wonder if they do it in Japan, how they do that, because no one calls him M. Bison over there. He's Vega. Do you know the name switch thing?
Is that the same person?
Do you know the name switch thing?
No.
In Japan, Vega is Balrog. M. Bison is Vega, and Balrog is M. Bison. They switched him around because M. Bison is too close to M. Tyson, which is clearly who he was based on.
Yep.
And so, like, they all switched the names around. Because it's so stupid, Japan and America decided to call him Claw, Dictator, and Boxer. That's what everyone refers to him as.
Huh.
Yep. So yeah, I guess they're gonna have Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile. I guess they'll have Balrog, Vega, and probably E. Honda and all those other characters that you appear. But I mean, if they use a good cast, or even the guys from those movies already, it should be okay. Pineapple.
As long as it's not too cheesy. Captain Marvel has started production.
I know.
Which is exciting.
I'm so excited.
Super exciting. And not only that, but Marvel has released the press release for the movie. So we have an official plot synopsis and a fun little nugget that Agent Coulson, Ronan the Accuser,
cool,
and his henchman from the beginning of Guardians 1, Korath the Pursuer, are all going to be in this movie.
Which is kind of cool.
Which is cool. So, like, with the movie being, like, set in the 90s, we know that the timeline, like, it's taking place before pretty much everything that we have so far.
Oh my god, are we going to get some, like, de-aged Clark Gregg? Because I'm here for it.
I am super excited for it. We've been going back and watching all the MCU films, like, in preparation for Infinity War, and I forgot that at the beginning of Civil War, they had the Tony Stark doing the speech at MIT and the de-aged Robert Downey Jr. Oh my gosh, it still looks so good.
I thought they just took him from all of his old movies and was just like,
and melded him together.
Yeah.
And Robert Redford, or not Robert Redford, Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas one was sick
in Ant-Man.
Yeah, like what's weird.
Really
I think it's funny is that Michael Douglas looks in between what he looks like in Ant-Man.
Right.
He looks right in between young Hank Pym and old Hank Pym.
Right. But Coulson, Ronan, and Korath are all going to be in Captain Marvel, which is super exciting. No real details on what role they're going to play, but I imagine since Fury is going to be in Captain Marvel, and it's going to be about Captain Marvel kind of joining S.H.I.E.L.D. in the early days.
Yeah, apparently this is supposed to be like Nick Fury's first.
Hurrah.
Yeah, like when he says, now like in Iron Man 1, he's like, this is a whole world you don't even know about. Like this is apparently when Nick Fury finds out about it.
Yeah, so I imagine Agent Coulson is going to be involved with his revelations. But the plot synopsis that we have, the official plot synopsis for the movie, is the story follows Carol Danvers as she becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races, the Kree and the Skrulls. Yeah. Set in the 1990s, Captain Marvel is an all-new adventure from a previously unseen period in history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, pretty vague, but Super cool that we're going to see the Korean Skrull War.
I am calling this right now. They are introducing the Skrulls because that's how they're gonna start Phase 4.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna find out half of the cast are Skrulls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's either going to be that or it's going to be the Nova Kree like war that led to the peace treaty in Guardians.
I guarantee Cap's a Skrull. We haven't seen. He's the one we haven't seen in the longest amount of time.
Thor, but he's a god, so
Yeah,
that's
but
different.
But we've been following Thor because he didn't.
That's true.
Yeah, we've been following Thor. Cap, we haven't seen.
He went
or heard.
off.
Yeah, he went off and disappeared. Bucky's been in Wakanda kicking it. We saw Tony
Just
and I
kicking it.
just kicking it, become a White Wolf now. Spoiler alert, by the way. I've seen Black Panther twice. I don't care, and only twice, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that could be Skrulls, and this movie's gonna probably set up the whole them being able to look like anyone
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that. I've always been incredibly fascinated with the Skrulls. So I'm really, really pumped on Captain Marvel and getting to see some of that. But yeah, the movie's coming out March 8th, so a little less than a year from now.
Yeah, I'm cool. We'll be here to review it.
I hope I hate like when we get like this stuff because we're 15 movies deep and I'm just like, God, if I die right now, like this is gonna be the worst.
Right? I feel
I'm
bad.
never gonna
Is
know
that
what happens.
Is that bad? That a lot of the times when I think about death, the number one thing I think about is all the movies I'm gonna miss. Like I'm like I even went, man. I had a friend. I've even thought about it before. I had a friend. I was like, oh man, they're never gonna know about this. Someone's never gonna know about this. Like you're never gonna know about what happened after the Avengers won.
I hate you. Stop talking, please. But yeah, March 8th, 2019. So we'll be giving you plenty of info between now and then. Pineapple.
So FXX XXXXXX.
So many X's.
Why do they do that? Was a dumb name. They just said they are not moving forward with the animated Deadpool series they were working on with Donald Glover.
Boo.
Whap, whap, whap.
Boo.
It was going to be produced by Marvel in association with FX and ABC Signature Studios, which had ordered 10 episodes in last May. It was actually going to be the two showrunners for it were going to be Donald and his brother Steven, and Jeff Loeb and Jim Choi from Marvel were going to be the executive producers. Apparently, according to FX, creative differences allowed them, Donald Glover, Steven Glover, and Marvel Television to agree to part ways.
What about Danny? Does it say anything about him?
Not Danny Glover's son.
Is he gone fishing?
No. So, FX and Marvel have an ongoing relationship with our partnership on Legion, which will continue. No one knows yet if Marvel and ABC will try to continue to do the project, which
That will not fly.
it will not fly. But I really don't know how they were gonna make a Deadpool with Donald Glover, like
As Wade Wilson?
I don't think he would even play Wade Wilson. He's probably just writing it, but I don't know, man. Like I feel like I don't know who they get to play Deadpool.
They would have to get Ryan Reynolds to voice it.
Yeah, I guess.
And he would sign up. He would willingly sign up to do it as cheap as he possibly could, as long as they guaranteed him the role forever.
yeah, I
Which
feel
is
like
pretty much what he did with Deadpool.
he,
Yeah.
was like, I will just be this character forever.
Like, can you just imagine when we're older, and Ryan Reynolds is like retired from acting, and they reboot Deadpool? Like, there's gonna have to be a new Ryan Reynolds.
Like he'll have to just have his son. Like he'll have to have another kid. Like he and Blake have like a daughter. He'll have a son, or even better,
And teach him all of his ways.
Let's have him teach his daughter all of his wit, and then they just decided to reboot it as Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool?
That'd be fantastic.
I'm in.
Just watching like Ryan Reynolds' daughter being sarcastic.
Same costume, but with a
with the
ponytail.
ponytail. That'd be the best. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, I don't think they would have. Yeah, because they couldn't do Donald Glover doing it. He's already been Miles Morales and a bunch of other characters.
And that bad guy
Yeah, the bad guy in the movie.
in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, he was Prowler.
Yes, he was Prowler, but he wasn't Prowler
He
in
was-
the movie. He
he
was,
was still-
Prowler, but
yeah,
it was
he was still Aaron.
they didn't explore that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there were hints where he saw the climbing gear. He was like, climbing
Right.
gear. And then the deleted scene where he calls, he's like, hey, Miles, I'm not going to be able to make
Yeah.
it. I was like, great. Y'all just basically made it obvious who he is.
How did you just meld these two universes that exist completely separate of each other?
Right.
You know what? Do what you do.
Cool. Y'all just made it. Well, you know, I feel like they've made it Ultimate Universe half the time anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty much what they follow, so. But yeah, so no Deadpool with Donald Glover. Whap, whap. Pineapple.
Fox, surprising no one, is delaying both Dark Phoenix and New Mutants. We talked about, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that, the New Mutants had been delayed, and I was kind of like super butthurt about it because I just paid a lot of money to get New Mutants #1, the comic, so I could like take advantage of the movie release and like putting some spotlight on that on that brand.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's off with CGC now.
Wham, wham, wham.
So that movie or Dark Phoenix, we'll start there, is now going to be released on Valentine's Day next year. And New Mutants isn't coming out until August 2nd of next year.
Wait, when was New Mutants again?
So this is the second delay for New Mutants because it was delayed to be later this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be out already.
Yeah, and then they delayed it again.
Like, they had posters in the movie theater saying it was coming out in March.
I remember that.
Because they were up when I went to see Black Panther. So this is the second delay for New Mutants, pushing it back over a year. Over a year and a half, almost.
Gross.
Dark Phoenix's delay is mainly to undergo reshoots because they're going to be introducing a new character that will hopefully improve the film. So I want to know what that means, and I want it to be Nightcrawler. I just want them to have more Nightcrawler.
I mean, he was great.
Because he's super great.
I just love that he was so great in X-Men 2 that even though he's not in the X-Men 3 movie, he stars in the X-Men 3 game.
Yeah. I just love in Apocalypse, the only redeeming quality for Apocalypse is like the super sheepish Bobby Wagner. Or Kurt Wagner. That's
Wagner.
Bobby Drake and Kurt Wagner.
Goes back to that. I always love that line just in that freaking, what was that? There's like I love it when he says it in the first time you see him in X-Men 2, he's like, Wagner. Kurt Wagner. But when the music sucks, I was incredible Nightcrawler.
Played by Alan Cumming.
With the fangs in, they made him sound like Bela Lugosi. And the music sucks, I was known as a great Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that part wasn't great. But I would really like to see more Nightcrawler, so I hope that is what they're doing. And it's really cool to see Nightcrawler on the big screen anyways, because his powers are cool. But New Mutants is, I guessed that they're just not wanting to release them at the same time. And with Dark Phoenix, it's just like everything going on with those two movies is just kind of weird. So with the delays and everything, New Mutants having to go through reshoots as well. Dane actually told me right before we started recording that they want it to be more distinct in its tone. Yeah. So like they're kind of creating the subgenre for the horror superhero movie.
Yeah, they want that.
So they're trying to make that like kind of like the Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Where Deadpool was like the
R-rated comedy, the gritty,
hard R comedy. They want this to be a solid
like horror movie.
And then there are some creative differences as well with Fox. And they're looking at potential reshoots for at least half of the film.
Like, dude, how bad do you have to like not be what they want?
Let's just think about it really quick. Macy Williams is like 16,
But they're gonna
17.
Y'all can't keep doing these reshoots.
Yeah,
she's age up.
She's in that age range where like,
she just changes her appearance.
She looks completely different 6 months later.
You're gonna see her in the movie, and it's like, who's this grown woman all of a sudden that's now?
Right. So keep that in mind, Fox. But if you're looking forward to either of these movies coming out anytime soon, forget it, because now they're not coming out until next year, early next year, and summer of next year. Pineapple.
So, that digital service that DC's working on.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Another digital service.
Yeah. So their first like foray into digital, like doing digital stuff and doing TV.
I wonder if their content's gonna suck as bad.
Well, they're doing Titans. You know, the first one, the Teen Titans show. Yeah. So.
Oh, are you gonna talk about the casting thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost talked about that, but I figured I'd let you do it.
Yeah. Thanks.
And then I forgot to tell you that I didn't do it, so you could.
Well, thanks. Yeah, because I have this stuff I had to do like on the fly because I was on a 10-hour car ride to get here.
Yeah.
I am recording literally an hour after getting into Denver.
Yeah, Dane is recording. He drove out to Denver just to record this week's episode.
Yep, that's all I'm here for. So, totally. I do not have my girlfriend with me. I am here by myself.
You should feel special.
Yes,
yeah, Princess Tiara is definitely not here. And she is definitely not reading Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trade paperback by Kevin Eastman. She's not doing that.
Totally didn't sound like a plug. Just well, listed on the sheet are Robin, Raven, referred to as Rachel, Starfire, Corey, and Beast Boy, Gar. Reed Birney from House of Cards is also listed as the messenger. And in terms of locations, the sheets make a mention of Bruce's penthouse. And with the show focusing on Dick as the team leader, it's probably not a stretch to assume that he'll be making use of his resources at the very least. There's no confirmation we'll see Bruce, but we'll never know. It is DC. They're doing a show about Batman. They're going to show Batman.
There's also on the locations, there's also something that mentions an asylum. Did you see that?
Yes, actually. An asylum which features the Titans rescuing Starfire from a surgical table.
From a surgical table?
Someone's going to experiment on our poor Corey. I don't know why I said it like that.
That was super weird.
It was weird. Very excited. A lot of emotions. I don't know. But no, man, Titan seems like it's going to be cool. I mean,
they've been talking about doing it forever.
I know.
The guy that voices...
the kid playing Robin, though, like... I don't know. He was alright, I guess, in Gods of England.
The guy that voices Hero from Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
He did a video to try to be cast as Robin.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Like, it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, and he's just him, like,
when
fighting
they
a bunch of
first
dudes.
talked about it. Yeah, and it was just like, it was him in like a parkour
Well, you know
studio.
what? Did you know that Josh Hutcherson did the same thing?
No.
I found this out. Josh Hutcherson did the same exact video as that kid did for that role. He did it back when they were doing The Amazing Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, he sent a video in of him doing like stunts and stuff to try and be Spider-Man. He didn't get it, but instead became Peter in Hunger Games.
He lost that one.
Did he though?
Yeah. Here's the question. Would I rather be iconic Peter Parker or young adult girl fiction
Peter
like
Malark
pushover?
His name's still Peter. He went from being Peter to Peter.
Yeah, he dropped the R and changed the vowel.
And it's like spelled P-E-E-T-A, 'cause I guess it's the future.
Yeah.
So,
well, they just didn't want it to be people eating tasty animals. Or whatever it's for. Stupid.
I don't
Animal protection garbage.
That's because they're all like children, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, Titans is coming out. Maybe we might see Bruce Wayne. Pineapple.
That was super weird. And I would like you to not do that anymore.
You appreciate my humor, but okay.
James Wan took to Twitter because he's catching a lot of flack with Aquaman coming out this year and us not having seen anything yet.
I need my muscly Momoa again.
I mean, we haven't seen anything.
No, nothing.
So he's catching a lot of flack. So he took to Twitter and he said, "Hey friends, I usually do my best to avoid internet noises, especially fabricated distractions. But a teaser trailer is going out this weekend. Was never in the books, despite what some claim. It's not because anyone or any nefarious reason holding it back. It's me. I am simply not ready yet to share. This movie is filled to the gills with visual effects.
Oh, God.
And the process is as slow and laborious as a sea slug. Yes, even shots for the trailers take forever to do, and I refuse to put anything out that might be construed as subpar. I know it seems like nothing much is brewing above the surface, but I can assure you we're working nonstop under the waves. P.S. Yes, I plan to use oceanic puns and references every chance I get.
I hated every single part of that.
Yeah, I hated all of that.
I feel like you were dying slowly as you said everything.
It started to physically hurt me.
I could tell. It was real slow.
But he's basically saying we've got a lot of work left to do, which is great. Because frankly, like, if you put another Steppenwolf in front of me, I will come to your house and I'll burn it to the ground.
I mean, let's be real. Humbro has some work to do. He has to make it look believable.
You are screaming at me. I am a foot from you.
I'm just saying, he has to make it believable that a bunch of people are swimming underwater.
Oh, for sure. And, like, in Justice League, the scenes, like, in Atlantis didn't look bad.
I remember thinking, I was like, these don't look terrible.
But,
whoa,
like,
this is going to take some work.
With the flack that Steppenwolf got, with the flack that Justice League got overall, and then the flack that Thanos got when they first released it, which it looks like they've gone back in and, like, color corrected all of his, like, lavender pink skin.
I mean, Thanos didn't look that bad. I feel like that was everyone who was, like, a DC fanboy running to the gills. It's just like, look at him, Steppenwolf doesn't look that bad.
Do you remember when you talked crap about Steppenwolf?
Like,
look at Thanos.
They just jumped in and they're like, what's this and what's that? I'm like, y'all need to calm down.
Cool it down.
Cool it. I know you're very passionate about your mediocre movies that you have, but
right.
Just take a breath. Take a breath.
But yeah, it makes sense, and I'm glad to hear it because Aquaman. There's so much resting on the shoulders of Aquaman, for the future of DC films.
And it's like if Aquaman doesn't do well, just like, you know what?
Like, they'll just make Wonder Woman movies.
Yeah, like, let's just keep it at Wonder Woman.
Like, they'll make a Wonder Woman 2. They'll make a Wonder Woman, like, all the way through, like, 100.
Are we ready for that many movies with Kristen Wiig in it? Because I doubt she's going to die.
I don't know. We'll see.
That is empty.
I just took a sip.
Of nothing.
He just took a sip to, like, nothing?
I was like doing
but it was empty. But yeah, so... Hopefully we see good, like, because he just put that on Twitter, like, he has so much.
Yeah.
Like, that just, like, increased the hype exponentially.
Everyone's like, oh my God, now we have to deal with this.
Well, now it's just like, oh, so when we get that trailer, it's going to be dope, though.
Right? Like, oof.
So if that trailer is anything even slightly less than pristine,
everyone's going to just...
Like, we're going to say, this is the best you could do. And, like, everybody's going to poop on his life.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't suck, but it is coming out.
That poor man.
This Christmas, December 21st. So the week of Christmas, it will be out. We probably will not do a review because everyone is traveling to everywhere else.
I really hope that the trailer looks like that test footage of Wolverine. Like the first Wolverine movie, X-Men Origins. Mm-hmm. I hope it looks like that test footage leak just to mess with everybody. Like, I was like, what is this?
The test footage on top of the big silo where it was just like a gray box. Oh my God.
I like my favorite part about that movie was like half that test footage CGI that looked garbage stayed in the movie.
Yes.
Like Wolverine's claws. I still am never gonna get over those weird CGI claws.
No. But yeah. So pineapple. That's it. We made it all the way through. Princess Tiara is about 12 pages in to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
She went back to her phone.
Yeah, she is back on Imgur or Reddit or what have you. Ooh, she told on you.
What's she telling me for?
I don't know.
I'm find out.
But we are done with today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check out BetweenTheCons.com where you can stream our episodes online, link out to all of our social media sites, and check out a Fix It if you like our theme music. It doesn't sound anything
It sounds
like
nothing like that.
that. It sounds way better than
My terrible, like,
the nasal
angry,
face slapping.
nasal face slapping dubstep sounds.
But you can find him at betweenthecons.com/bandcamp. Tune in on Monday because we're going to be back. We're going to be talking about something. We'll figure it out in a little bit. So you guys have a great weekend. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
The Burning Man is way better and worse than you remember.